Hello, I'm John Bachman. We start off this hour in Ukraine, where pro-Russian rebels have rejected a peace deal as a new offensive begins against the Ukrainian government, which of course is backed by Europe and the U.S. The rebel leader in Donetsk says that they are interested in further peace talks. That current peace deal was signed in September, but of course it's been repeatedly violated by both sides, and there has been a surge in fighting and deadly mortar attacks over the last few weeks. Well, the U.S. says talks with Cuba are just the first step in normalizing relations, but there is still a long way to go.
There is no doubt that human rights remains the center of our policy, and it is crucial that we will continue to both speak out about human rights.
Well, delegates from the U.S. and Cuba met for the first round of diplomatic talks in some 50 years this week. The president has also loosened the embargo on Cuba, but only Congress can lift it fully. And the White House says those new sanctions against Iran passed by Congress will undermine the international coalition the Obama administration has put into place.
We have a diplomatic opening that we can pursue here, and there is no particularly persuasive reason that anybody can marshal right now for why additional sanctions need to go into effect.
Well, the White House's remarks come after an Israeli satellite showed newly discovered missiles in Iran. According to Israeli media, the warhead is capable of reaching far beyond mainland Europe. It's sitting right now on a launch pad in Tehran. This is nuclear talks between the U.S. and Iran resume in Switzerland today. Meantime, in Yemen, Shia rebels who recently took over control recruit people to protest, but when demonstrators took to the streets, they actually rallied against the resignation of President Hadi. Here you can see some of the folks in the street, thousands gathering to denounce the Shia rebel group. Protesters say they reject the coup and want President Hadi back in office. The Yemeni parliament will meet on Sunday. The Iraqi prime minister is pleading for more help in the fight against ISIS.
We need the international coalition to provide more armaments, conduct more airstrikes, and continue training our forces, which they are doing. I have noticed an increase in the last 2 or 3 weeks. It means somebody is listening.
Well, still, this comes as the U.S.-led coalition continues airstrikes. A new round of attacks in Iraq and Syria today. More than 24 strikes were launched against ISIS, including in the Syrian town of Kobani. And the largest mosque in Japan right now is offering prayers for the safe return of 2 men held hostage by ISIS. The Islamic State set a Friday deadline to receive $200 million in ransom for those hostages. That has already passed. There's still no word on the official status of those 2 Japanese men. Nothing from ISIS yet or Japanese officials. And the in-flight catalog Sky Mall has filed for bankruptcy after 25 years. No word yet if you would still see those on airplanes. Might be harder to get some of those Christmas gifts. Another update coming up for you in 30 minutes.